What's up everyone? Welcome to our next installment of our journey to Yokohama, and this is our pre-ProQuest edition. Joining me is top 8 calling, Keith Tan.
Hello.
And the actual KO deck builder, Clinton.
oh no.
So this video we're going to cover what we think are some of the top picks for the meta currently, post calling Shizuoka. So ProQuest Yokohama will run throughout October into November, and ProQuest are basically qualifying events, tournaments that are held by your friendly local game store, and of course the winner gets an invite to Pro Tour Yokohama. But besides that, there are a bunch of other prizes. You can win playmats, you get promos, you even get gem packs for participation, and of course the winner, besides getting the invite, will also get a random cold gold foil for winning the whole thing. So there should be a bunch of ProQuest around your area. You should be able to find them on the event locator on the FAB website. And yeah, go support your LGS. These guys are holding these ProQuest competitions for you so that you have a chance to take part in the Pro Tour and you can explore Yokohama as well. Play the game, see the world. And LGSs are in general just a great place to go and play, make new friends, and learn new decks, I would say. You get to play the games in paper, which I think is very important for you to learn the game. There's a lot of game actions, there's a lot of taking note of the game state, and all this is going to come in handy when you play in a big event like a Pro Tour. So, what should you play if you want to win your ProQuest? Let's dive into our tier list. Our first ever tier list.
Now getting a little bit more validated because you have a top 8 calling.
Yes. So should we start with KO?
So we're going back to the previous video, the point about how we all thought KO was going to be a really good deck.
Yes. If you watch our previous video, we said KO, Gravy, Syndra, Florian, Dio. But let's go through our tier list first. We have S tier, which is the top of the metagame, with A tier, which is slightly below, and then B and C, which are below that. And then we have the tier, where these are the heroes that we think are passion projects, not powerful, or maybe not fully explored yet. Okay, so let's go alphabetically. Yep. Let's start with Arachne, Slippy, who just lost Bonds, and Slippy. You played a lot of Slippy. What do you think?
I think after losing Bonds, he has lost some of his luster.
Yep.
Probably not as strong as he used to be. He doesn't have all the answers, but still reasonable if you enjoy the archetype.
Dice to Earth Heroes?
Dice to Earth Heroes.
Alright, C tier. Huntsman. I want to say Huntsman is interesting. Shout out to Brian Kong for saying that there's a fatigue Huntsman. And I actually saw a few of them running around at calling Shizuoka. So I would say it's quite playable. I don't know if it can beat Gravy. So that's my biggest concern.
I feel like some of these heroes have to remove Gravy from consideration for it to be considered a well-performing deck. So if you remove Gravy from the equation, I think the fatigue angle of Huntsman is somewhat validated. But because Gravy is a meta deck, it's kind of difficult to put it in a high tier.
Okay, actually now that you say that, what we should do first is establish the top of the meta. Let's establish the top, okay? Let's go with Syndra.
Calling Shizuoka win.
Yeah. I think indisputably the best aggro deck right now.
Most of Keith's defeats were in the hands of Syndra.
Sad to say.
Yes, what weaknesses does Syndra have?
I think right now in the meta, Syndra doesn't really have a clear-cut weakness. It doesn't really have a counter because the decks that try to beat Syndra will undoubtedly lose to the Earth Heroes or Gravy Bones.
Okay, so S tier.
S tier.
So talking about Earth Heroes, where is Florian? Because I think Florian is good, value deck, can outgrind things, but not so great into Gravy. Does it get run over by Syndra sometimes? I think it does.
I think the numbers on Florian are very good. Everyone knows about the fact that once you hit late game, you have 5 value on one card. The main issue is that when you're given a 4 card hand, you can't convert.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest issue with the Syndra. After you land your big disruption, you just stop doing anything.
So it does have a few weaknesses.
And you don't have enough go against in your kit to deal with Gravy. So I think it's still very strong of a deck. It's way up in the tier, I would say A
tier?
Just because Gravy is rampant.
Yes.
If you enjoy the grindy decks, you should play Florian.
So A tier?
A tier.
Yes,
okay.
A tier.
And we've said a lot of Gravy.
I still think even after Tipple being banned, it's still a very strong deck. Board state decks can't escape in fashion, but
I mean, Justin Chu took it to the finals, right, of calling. And I've been playing a lot of Gravy. I think it's is pretty busted. I would put it like it beats Florian. You can beat Syndra. So I think it's in the A to S tier, but I will lean on A tier. Not as good as Syndra. It does have some weaknesses.
I think A tier is reasonable. I think as you mentioned, we put Syndra in the S tier for a reason. It's because she does so well into Gravy Bones as well.
Yes.
And we expect a lot of Syndra.
Yes. A tier?
I believe other than Syndra, I mean, decline to say it is still S tier.
Okay, A tier. Let's go A tier.
Top of A tier, yeah.
Okay, I think one interesting one we can talk about is Kano.
Oh.
I think, and I have sources from
Reputable sources.
reputable sources from good players in Singapore that Kano is very good currently and only loses to Prism, which does not exist in the meta. So it can even beat Syndra, it can beat Gravy, it can beat anyone. It just doesn't get disrupted and you just go off.
I have to share about my own story where I ran 3 AB3 Spell Void and I still got burned by Kano on turn 1.
Yes. I think if they draw the nuts hand in the first 3 turns, you're just dead, no matter what kind of AB you present.
Yes.
Right.
I think it's unfair that way, in a way.
It basically just loses to itself if you don't find the key pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it S tier?
I think it's S tier.
I think it's S
being
tier.
one of the only wizards left around.
I think it's S tier.
Waiting to be LL.
Waiting to LL. Okay, what others can we put? Okay, let's see KO, our top 8. Calling, here. Please talk about KO.
As much as the deck has performed very well for me over the weekend, and I've grown to love the deck even more after the new cards, I definitely don't think it's an S tier as I've struggled with certain matchups. But I believe it's a very strong contender in the meta. So for me, A tier.
I think it's A tier as well. I think the numbers are insane. It has good disruptive attacks. Maybe the builds are not refined yet because there are a lot of new cards. So as the builds get more refined and the meta game starts to take shape, people can decide what cards to put in. That will make the deck better overall. Because the day 2 conversion rate was horrible.
It was the worst. It was the most represented day 1 at 44, I think.
Yes.
But only 5 of us converted.
But 1 made it to the top 8.
Yeah.
By very slim margins.
Okay, so A tier.
I think for KO, if you can embrace the randomness of it, and you can hit that ceiling, it's probably one of the biggest numbers in the game.
And his disruption, maybe difficult to Florian, but difficult to Gravy.
I think it's okay into Gravy because you can put pressure onto them. Maybe struggles more with Syndra if she keep putting pressure onto you and you don't get to play your game.
Because you're forced to block.
Yeah, you're forced to block. Yeah.
Okay, so A tier. I think it's about the same
it's a
as
solid
this,
A
right?
tier, I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a shift from what we thought originally.
Let's talk about Dio.
You're the expert here.
Your favorite.
Best conversion rate in calling Shizuoka, 60%, 3 out of 5.
Yes.
Made it to day 2.
A small sample size.
But I think it's really good because in Syndra, aggro matches, Syndra and KO, it's a pretty close 50-50. It really depends who draws their power cards first. Into Kano, we have AB3, we have SV2, we have now Time Zone. We have a lot of tools against Kano. I think we are one of the few matchups that Kano is afraid to face. Gravy, I personally think is a good matchup. And it's only the Earth heroes that you have to tech for, I would say. So I think it's a strong A tier. It does have weaknesses, but it's the ceiling is just so high.
As someone that's been played against you very often, I do feel the power from Dio. Definitely, there's a lot of high ceilings, but the floor sometimes just feels like it's unwinnable due to your own faults.
Yes. So similar to Kano, the deck kind of dies with itself sometimes.
I think to put it nicely, it's like the second best aggro deck other than Syndra, and you have a slightly better fridge. So it lets you have maybe 1 to at most 2 swing turns for you to be able to get back tempo, and
that's true. Yeah, talking about fridge, we forgot to mention KO's fridge, which is insane.
Oh my god.
But anyway, I would put Dio in A tier.
Fine.
Let's not rank them in the tier for now. But let's leave them like this. Alright, up next, anything else that stands out?
Our girl.
Verdance.
The other off hero that you have not mentioned.
Yes. Gordon Cole took it to top 4. Top 4. So it has to be somewhere up there. You played a lot of Verdance.
I've been testing a lot of Verdance after my mishap with KO.
Yes.
I was looking for some stability. If you don't know me, I'm actually more of a Guardian main. And she does feel a lot like a Guardian. You present very fair numbers, but what she has an advantage over is Storm Striders. You get the extra turn, and that's where you just try to like eke out a victory.
And that's where Light of the Leaves, the new card, just you got 6 spells that do 6 damage.
6 burn bad, especially
6,
when you consider the Millennium Tree build now. So it's like at most you're running AB3 for Kano, so like a lot of damage is being leaked through.
So even as Dio, when playing against Verdance, you can just get burnt out. Like they can actually raise you, and because you said it's Storm Strider's turn, you got extra turn.
Yeah.
So it's actually much more difficult now. I would put Verdance. It's close to S tier. It's close to S tier for me. The Gravy matchup is a bit. I think
Gravy's the only
I think we put it into context of what we have on the board already.
Yes.
The Syndra matchup is not amazing, and according to Gordon, the Kano matchup is close to unwinnable. Although
even though he beat the Kano.
He beat one, and the Gravy matchup is very difficult.
Okay.
So honestly, I think she's very strong against everything else below.
Yes.
But I think she has issues into the other S tier decks.
Okay, so A tier.
I think it's
Strong.
top of A
Okay,
tier.
okay. Okay, let's fine, top of A tier. And I think that's all. So let's go into a hero that I think is very interesting, based on stats.
Stats.
It is Mario.
Dagger Mario.
Dagger Mario. There was a 9th place Dagger Mario.
Yes,
at Calling.
actually. I think he's the staff from Fable. Yeah.
And if you look at February stats, it does very well. Maybe because people don't know how to block well. Maybe because it's impossible to block well. Sometimes the Chelicera with Toxin, with to the point dagger pumps, you just don't expect a dagger from 1 to 14.
I think the unpredictability is what makes it so difficult to block. You don't really know whether you're supposed to block 1 card,
Yes.
2 card, or multiple cards because the numbers fluctuate a lot.
Yes.
And that's what makes the damage leak through.
Yes. And it does have disruption. You have the agents, you still have Leave No Witnesses, you're still playing Codex, Surgical, that kind of stuff.
I think it's somewhat the resemblance to Sleepy without the GA, so you're not so consistent in the double disruption turns back to back, but you still have the same kit after all.
Yes. So I would say this is almost A tier for me, but because it did get slightly hit, you can't play mental, there's no bonds. I would say it's actually a B tier hero.
I think with the existence of so much Earth, it's very difficult to place Mario very highly. At the end of the day, if you do face a Verdance or a Florian, it can be quite difficult to climb the mountain.
Yes. So B tier?
Yeah.
I think
B
B tier is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Now that we've established this top of the meta, now let's look at the tier. So let's dump some heroes in there. I'm going to start with Betsy. Any arguments?
No.
Okay. Bravo?
Oh, my boy all down there.
Yeah, Fi? Fi?
Yeah, I think there's no reason to play Fi.
Yeah,
Syndra,
right?
fine.
Yeah. Yao? Maybe there's some argument for Yao.
Tier or like at least a C tier.
Okay. Let's leave that. Special mention to RKO. Let's talk about RKO for a while because I faced Ethan Manson.
Yes.
In one of the personal experience. I have a story to tell. I was playing Gravy in a side event, and it was a 3-0 table. So we were playing for double ticks, and he's playing RKO, and he beat me as I'm Gravy. he pummeled me. He killed my allies. He made 1 card 6 with Nimby. It was so difficult to block sometimes. And he just got so much value. It's quite an interesting deck. There's some legs to it at least.
He's using an arm now.
I think the hero ability gives it a bit of the trickster element. Like even though you do know you can see it coming away from a mile away, whether they're gonna activate it.
You don't know because it could be just a Sigil of Solace in hand. It could be a pummel in hand. They got 1 float. If it's a blue,
that's quite true. At the same time,
I think a lot of people are bringing up RKO a little bit like Uzuri.
Yes.
But it's Uzuri with the power of some of the brute cards as well.
Yes. So you still have the 2 for 8s, that kind of stuff.
My brute cards hit way harder.
You have the big numbers like multiple 2 card 8s, and shout out to Elliot. He brought up the Smashing Beatdown. Like you can use the
Savage Beatdown.
Yeah, Savage Beatdown. There's a combination of cards you can do it.
I think
we're not gonna share with you. No, let them solve the puzzle themselves.
Okay. So there's things with this deck.
There are combos in the deck that you can find to stay ahead in life total to make use of your revolt cards.
So, I think it's not an tier. It's better than a C tier, but I can't put it at A tier.
No
So you just throw it in B
way.
tier.
So I'm gonna put it at B tier. Sounds fair?
I like how it squeezed into
Yeah,
there.
it just
Like-
squeezes into B tier because it beat me.
it got mentioned because it is below DO. That's about it.
He cheats his way into the B tier.
It cheats his way into B tier. Okay,
Okay.
moving on, Levia.
I'm sorry, Vincent.
Still
Yeah. No, he's
Yeah.
moved on already.
Oh, he's moved on.
Oh, yeah, he's RQ now.
Lyeth?
I think Lions needs to be solved. There's way too many builds that you can come up with the hero right now. Some people are going for the aura builds, some people are going for might builds,
Fatigue builds.
fatigue builds as well. I think that
Yes.
it's a little bit difficult.
And February stats are not great.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think
a very complicated hero.
yes, I think 5 intellect is bound to be broken somehow.
It's
But,
like waiting
Yes.
for someone to break the formula.
or maybe waiting for Gravy to leave the format.
Ah, that's quite true.
Yeah. So I think for now it's an tier. It's yet to be explored. If you think you have a good build, please go ahead. If you have practice, if your win rate is 80% on Talisha, yeah, bring it. Sure. I want to see it. Marlin? Marlin?
Okay. Hear me out. I think Marlin is actually decent.
Okay.
I think we can put her in B tier. Honestly, when Marlin is rolling, everyone remembers when Azalea did Red and the Ledger for 11 dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And Marlin has a semblance of that.
With the harpoons.
The harpoons
overpowered
overpowered.
harpoons. Sure. Yeah.
It's just that she suffers from the Ranger problem, where some hands just don't function.
Mm.
But when she's rolling, it feels like nothing can stop her.
I mean, it's good into KO, right?
It's good to KO.
It's good to KO.
Yes, it's good into decks that can't block very well,
Yes.
and the on hits are relevant
Yes.
to most.
Yes.
Just that we have some difficulty clearing allies, like,
Mm.
like a lot of other
Once
heroes.
again, Gravy.
And she kind of like gets stuck sometimes because like for Azalea and Lexi or previous rangers you can load the arrow, but she has to set it there or you have to crack goal. So she has some dependencies.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm leaning towards C tier, but you think it's B tier?
I think it's B tier. I think she has game me to a lot
Okay,
of
you are
matchups.
the tiebreaker.
As much as I'm a ranger main, to be fair, if this tier list is based on performance, I think currently it's still a C.
Okay.
But I would love to put her higher, to be honest.
Okay, 2v1
Yeah.
C tier.
No.
Alright. Max. Max is great. I destroyed a Florian in a side event.
Storytelling.
Story time. Hyper Scrapper into Hit the Gas into Mechanoid 4 times.
How many action points was that again?
8 action points.
How many actions do you use that turn?
I use 5 action points. Tier, sorry. It's
to
because
be refined. to be
yeah.
refined.
You just, I mean, once you transform, you die to wizards. So, Olympia,
They printed the golden suite of equipment for him.
for nothing.
I think it's at tier as yet to be
explored.
Yet to be explored. Not that it's
Maybe we haven't explored it.
maybe.
So if you have explored it, yes, go ahead. Alright. Auxilio.
this
Oh
is
wait, no, we're doing
interesting.
the first. Play this. Let's go play this. Yet to be explored. Play
I think you
this.
saw a pretty interesting play this build when we were
Yes.
playing the Super Armory.
Oh yeah. So another side event story. I was playing Dio. I paired into a play this at the 2-0 table, and I got fatigued, crushed, destroyed. I couldn't push through a max V at all. Max
I
V
think
hit
the
for
max V
0.
Oh yeah.
Max V didn't hit at all.
And he ran it back.
Yes,
so
I
there
ran
was
it back.
2 losses.
Yeah.
I think contrary to what people think, where you play a lot of like the buff auras, I think the player that created that wanted to focus a lot on the blue auras. as
Defensive
well.
auras, the
So
prevention.
the one that give you value over turns.
mm.
I think it's a very interesting build that took an angle Aspen didn't expect.
Yeah, totally. And even with my anti-fatigue build, I couldn't push through at all. I don't even think I knocked them down to like 20. So it was horrible. But I'm pretty sure it dies to Gravy.
I think
Or
that's
maybe
the
you
problem,
can fatigue.
right? Like,
Maybe you can fatigue Gravy.
like I think she does well. She has a chance in the fatigue build to outvalue the opponents, but then once again you're hit with the same problem of Gravy. Like without having go again, how am I going to clear allies, and how are you going to fatigue a deck that has so much value on board and carries
Yeah.
over for turn
Yeah.
after turn?
Yeah. So I think it's also in the tier just because it's not fully explored yet. So if you've been trying to break it and you think you have a good build, yeah, go ahead.
Please.
She needs a bit more
Please.
time.
Please
I
play
hope
this.
somebody breaks the ladies.
Is Prism in the tier?
No
way.
No?
No way.
No?
No
Prism?
way. No way.
I think we've all been burned by Prism.
How
For
many?
sure.
How many people you're disrespecting by putting it there? Think about it. Even as your friends, I'm pretty sure some people are like, oh, Aspen was crazy.
Okay, I mean, I play Prism. right? I play some
Yeah.
Prism. I think with KO out, it's a bit more scary to play Prism.
I think with Brutes running rampant, it always makes Prism's lives definitely more difficult.
Yes.
But she has some good matchups. If you put it according to this,
yes.
right?
Decent into Greedy.
I think she's definitely good into Kano, like every way.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Syndra matchup isn't that one-sided as well. Because as long as if the Syndra doesn't even run poppers, then it's a pure race, right? And she has additional life padding from the Angels. So definitely not tier, but I'm still deciding where exactly.
I mean, I think I can be convinced to go up to B tier.
I think B tier.
I think B tier is really good.
Okay. And I think I didn't mention this, but this is assuming that you've played the hero, you know the deck, you know the matchups. Don't just take this tier list and say, oh, Kano's a good deck, I'm gonna pick up Kano tomorrow and play it for the ProQuest. That's not how this works.
There's a reason why even though Kano is there, none of us are playing it.
Yes. You need to have experience, assuming that you can play these heroes at the same level.
To a certain caliber.
Yes. Okay. tier, Puffin?
I mean, let the Mac guy do the talking for this to give him some respect. Yeah, go.
Palantir is very strong. Right, Palantir is strong. Backspin Thrust is another 0.
What about the best on hit? The one that untaps all Dovetail?
Dovetail.
Yeah, that has to be way.
I mean, I think it's just too fair right now. It doesn't do anything super broken. The one part of the hero ability is fake.
Not having access to gold.
Yeah, no access
really
to gold.
That's really unfortunate.
Yeah. So I think it is in the tier. Honestly, I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Sad.
We have Rhina.
Oh.
There's a Rhina running hot and calling Shizuka.
Yeah. But didn't make it top 8. Day 2.
No, he did.
Sorry. He did. Oh yeah. He did make it top 8. Yeah.
Shout out to Shinya.
Yeah. So one Rhina top 8. But so what? I honestly don't know where Rhina should go.
Because it's such a small sample size and it's a one-off. I'm not sure what matchup he faced, but I think he piloted the deck very well and he had some interesting cards. I think we've seen like the Sigil of Cycles, the blue pummels, like the tech choices are there. So I think maybe B or C.
I think it's C tier. I think the numbers don't really match other aggro decks. We're trying to take advantage of the Earth heroes not being able to use their whole hand. But he ran a lot of interesting misses that I would be a bit hesitant to put my own deck. But Brook players gotta do Brook things.
Yep. You're right though. Right now really shines into decks that want to block. Right? And right now, maybe there are few, but there's also a lot of aggro decks running around. So maybe it's not so great. I would say C tier as well.
Okay. Yeah, agreeable.
Riptide. I faced a Riptide actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Aggro Riptide. I think the builds now are aggro. And they can have a match into Gravy. They can raise, they have on hits.
I think as a ranger, similar to Assassins, you have access to one of the most powerful cards in FAB. Codex of Authority.
Yes, Codex.
The card can be quite ridiculous.
Yes.
And I think being able to use both the Go Again from the new bow and
the Manta.
Yeah, the Manta Ray together with Codex.
Yes.
Gives you some really absurd turns here and there.
Yes, it does. And Return Fire as well.
Oh yeah.
Very good 4 block. And you still have traps to close out the game. Like if your traps trigger, you still have all the legendary traps that totally destroy your opponent's turn.
I think those are the key factors.
Yes.
But to bring your back to Earth, in a sense whereby, no, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad deck. But if you're running the aggro version and not like the fatigue version with all the specialty traps, right? Then I don't think he will outrace Syndra or Dio sadly.
There are better aggro decks for sure. So I think it's quite close to B tier, but I'm still leaning towards C tier.
I think if you put Marley in C, he
fine.
retires definitely
Okay,
C.
sure. Boltin.
It's probably the tier, I'm so sorry.
Tiers, yeah.
I know there's all the men I love voting people.
Yes, but even they lose to all these decks. Mostly. But next, Teklo Boston. Let's not talk about Teklo. Let me see. Dice to Syndra, dice to Kano, dice to Verdance, dice to. Okay, it's not there.
It's not there.
Not there yet.
Not there yet. Tough Nut, also another new hero. I think you die to Gravy. I think you die to Kano. I don't think you can block Syndra.
So I think we're both talking about not the rock deck, which is like 60
yeah,
the meme.
No.
We're both talking about the more yellow focused deck, where you get toughness every single turn.
Yes.
I think the objective was to always block 2 cards and just pitch 1, 2 for 8.
It's a more defensive deck in general. I think you can get a lot of value out of the deck itself. The main issue is that it's not super flexible. And I think as you can see at the top of the meta, most of the heroes either do the one thing super well or they're flexible. And Tough Nut's kind of lacking in a little bit of both.
And it's better at blocking tall decks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's also slightly underexplored. So maybe if you have a build that can counter the meta, yeah, bring it. Show it off to the world. Okay, Uzuri. I see no reason to play Uzuri.
No.
Okay.
I think you rather play Mario Sleepy. Maybe we don't have much experience, but based on the accounts that we have encountered.
Hey, you want a Pro Tour?
Okay.
You want a Pro
sure.
Tour?
Balda didn't, so Balda is worse.
Valda is missing a few cards.
Okay.
Maybe a few more expansion slots.
Yeah.
So tier?
I'm here for now.
Okay. Okay, I think the rest we can talk about a bit more. Shout out once again, Huntsman. Brian Kong, you told me Huntsman fatigue might be a real thing. So
I think card's called Hunt the Hunter.
yes,
Yeah.
the
new
hunter,
card, yeah.
hunter or hunted.
You're almost guaranteed that you mill 9 cards of any like deck that's trying to run physical attacks.
The bonds, the new bonds. So I think people have been exploring with it. Like we said, we saw some at Calling.
Yes.
So it could be a C tier, like an underdog kind of
I
deck.
think the problem is that any fatigue based deck you don't have urgency. So you are the one on the reactive side. So these decks are how to say, very hard to be placed highly because you might run over or get my high road. So it's very hard to place a fatigue deck very high up unless it's like him back in the day. That's a different beast. But
Disruption together with fatigue.
yes.
I guess trying to counter all these decks in one build is a bit difficult.
Yeah.
So C tier?
I would say C tier.
Alright, I agree. I think Dory is quite interesting. Dory does well into aggro decks, and you can
Farm gravy
farm
allies.
gravy allies. But now that there's also Earth, it's a bit more difficult. So
I think at a ProQuest level, actually Dory will do pretty well.
yeah.
Depending on like how well practiced people are in your area. Dory is what people call a
skill check.
skill check. It's like
Yes.
if you're a beginner and you're not really experienced with Dory, you might get caught off guard.
Yeah. Blocking Dory is always difficult.
And even then, looking at the meta spread, it's quite a 50-50.
Yeah.
If you think about it, aggro decks don't block Dory,
Yeah.
so it's a race. So
Yeah.
that it's a 50-50. Then you get to farm gravy allies.
I
Not
mean,
too bad.
we're talking about Dory Dawnblade.
Oh,
Yeah, in case there are other builds out there, but Dawnblade, it's Dawnblade, right? Yeah.
So you only falter to Earth, which is like
Yeah.
one third. So your chances are quite decent all around.
So I think it's a solid B tier.
Solid BT.
Solid B tier, yeah, okay. Fang, another warrior. I think this is currently the better warrior in my opinion.
I think produce better damage numbers
Yeah,
after the 50s
of
online.
course, after
you
the-
just go nuts.
I mean, with the new builds with like 15 blues, I think even without the fealties, you still can present good numbers. And once the fealties are online, it's actually really quite good.
I think the mini game marketing the fealty is always what scares a lot of people from playing Fang.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I don't hit fealty? What if I don't hit the reactions? What if I can't maintain them as well?
Yeah.
That's what makes Fang a bit scary to play. But the numbers that the deck pushes out the moment you hit the 3 fealty is just one of the best in the game.
Okay, all that being said, I still don't think it's A tier.
No,
It's not on the same level
definitely
as
not.
those.
I think
So,
solid B tier.
Solid B tier also, yeah. Okay. Ira. I lost to an Ira in Calling. That was my third loss. It was CNC into 3 erase face back to back. So
Delicious.
I don't think it's a good deck though.
And on itself. It was good to
It was good
you,
to,
I guess.
But what are your thoughts on Ira?
I think Ira suffers the same Earth problem as well.
Mm.
I think you can't really raise down Verdants quick enough before they find the combo and like blast you out into oblivion.
Yeah.
And Florian can be difficult when they do hit the threshold as well.
Yeah. The 1 card 5.
Ira thrives in like blocking and playing very good 2-card hands with disruption. But your disruption doesn't affect the Earth heroes, which is a very huge chunk of meta. So it will be difficult
Yeah.
for her.
So currently I don't think it's very good into the top heroes.
Maybe except
Maybe-
Dio and Syndra.
Maybe the aggro decks.
Yeah,
for
maybe
sure.
the aggro decks on the
Yeah.
format.
So B tier also?
B
I
tier.
Yeah, I
B
think
tier?
B tier.
Okay, let's put it above Fang.
No. Okay, sure.
No, this
They're
is
not in order.
Not
they're
in order. Not in order.
Okay.
Yao.
Let the Guardian main speak.
I think the main issue with Yao is that you have too many choices.
Mm.
You have access to the Ice pool, Earth pool, Guardian pool, And you can always choose to build your deck to be fatigue, mid-range, or even aggro. I think the issue is that your deck can never beat everything. Honestly, if you could put a 100 card deck, I think Yao would be one of the best decks out there.
You can tag for everything.
You can tag for everything.
Yeah.
But because you choose your battles, you'll always be like just shy of being a good deck. So I think he sits somewhere between B and C.
Oh wow. I thought you would say B and A. Because it's decent into Syndra. Right? Yeah, Dio is so good into Dio.
But he falters to Kano, right?
I think the Kano matchup can be quite difficult. I think the Wizard matchups
The
like
Verdance
For sure. Yeah. So okay. I mean I'm okay putting a B tier. I think it's quite a solid choice if you know your meta, if you know how to play the deck. Right? What do you think? B tier?
I think B tier is fine.
it's a good dark horse.
Yeah. Alright. And Kasai, hey, you play a lot of Kasai, Keith. What do you think
I mean,
about
it's
Kasai?
like my off meta deck or something. I don't know how I'll put it, but
It's for fun deck.
Yeah, for fun deck.
I like how, like it's kind of like a pseudo board stick deck when you can raise the army and swords.
This is a board state.
Yeah, and it puts up with all the directions you can play and how well fridge it has. It puts up a solid game to aggro. Just that I think it's a bit of problems with once again like decks like Verdance and Kano.
Yeah.
But it does put out a challenge and it can beat Gravy as well. So I think it also falls into B tier for me.
I
The
mean,
new card helps a lot.
the new card helps a
I
lot.
love the new card.
Yeah.
Blood follows Blade, I think.
Yeah.
I think the numbers are solid. It has good tricks. Sometimes it's difficult to block. And yeah, the on-hits matter as well. The gold, the copper generation. So I think B tier is fair.
Yeah, I think B is pretty good.
Alright, we have Katsu. He's back.
He's gotten expansion slots so often right now. Like almost every single. Is this every single set?
Pretty much, I think. Pretty much.
I think Riptide is the one that got one.
Riptide, yeah, both of them.
But he's been getting so many gust waves.
Yeah. But still, I think he's still very fragile. The ceiling is very high. I think Katsu still has one of the highest ceilings. But first, you need cards in the graveyard. You need to set that up. And then you need to find the right hand, the right pieces. Your armor is kind of not existent.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't throw your fridge for one turn swing.
Yeah. So can't really protect your arsenal, your hand. So setup is also a bit iffy. I don't know. I wouldn't play. I would say C tier.
I think it's a lot of hype and like underground fans for Katsu. And he does do like some crazy things here and there. It's a combo deck, literally a combo deck.
It is.
And it's an aggro deck put together.
Yeah.
Somehow the numbers just aren't high enough.
Yeah. You do have like maybe one big turn if you're lucky in a game. But if your opponent survives that.
The conditions are so difficult to hit.
Yeah.
Like
I think you need
god
like
hand.
after the combo, you need your opponent to be like probably like single digits for you to like eke out the win
Push
from
through,
the
yeah.
poking of the Kodakis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think with all the disruption in the meta, even KO has so much disruption. And then can you even outrace Syndra and Dio? Sometimes I don't think so. I would say C tier.
I think C tier.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Katsu.
I'm sorry, Katsu.
For now. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, Australia is another combo aggro deck, right? And it was doing so well. Good into Gravy, can raise Syndra. I don't know about Kano. I guess you could. Like, I seen Auxilios go off on turn 1.
I think Australia has a lot of tricks.
Yeah.
I think the tricks make it so that it's a better aggro deck together with being a combo deck. I dabble a little bit in Australia because I borrow your deck here.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And the deck can do a lot of cool things.
Yeah.
And it can also be quite defensive when you need it to, because you can play
Can
things
it?
like the thing below and like you can try to get like bouncing value through what's it called? The card that bounces 2 cards to your hand. Somersault.
Yeah.
Electrostatic
Yes,
somersault.
somersault.
Lightning has some interesting cards that give you advantages.
Yeah. But sometimes you draw 4 non-blocks. Sometimes you
like
draw
one
4
third
attack
the deck
actions. Your
It's
hand doesn't
non-blocks,
do anything.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem as well.
So it is. I still find it a bit bricky. The ceiling is of course one turn kill.
And so the damage is also split. Like
Yeah.
you do the Gone and Flash combo and then you end with an arcane. So it's very
Yes.
hard for you to fully block out Auxilios damage as well.
Yes. So I think it's fallen a bit. Maybe in the previous meta it was somewhere in A tier. But with KO up there, and KO has so much disruption, Stronger Survive.
That's so good.
Yeah, there are so many cards that disrupt Auxilio and Auxilio can't block. So I think it's fallen down to B, maybe even C.
I think C is a bit much. I think B is.
Okay, I think B
I
is
think
fair.
it deserves to be B.
Okay,
Like
okay.
how it can take
How
people as
explosive that is.
Yeah, like sometimes
take
you
people by
just
surprise as
yeah.
well.
Oh, Victor, hey,
Oh.
your stream game.
I think I have to say if you watched it it was a lot of highs and lows all together in one. And I have to be very lucky because I rolled 1 on Scaps and still managed to eke out a win.
Humble breaks.
Yeah, but I feel that Victor definitely poses definitely still relevant in the meta, for sure. Because he can gain advantages from the aggro decks and blocks really well.
Yeah. Earth though? I mean,
Wizards are the issue.
Yeah, Wizards, Earth. Gravy, I'm also not sure.
I think if you are a Guardian main and you really enjoy like the big hulking guy smashing into people, Victor is your guy. He does have the very big numbers with Visit the Goblin Estate.
But what are you targeting in the top meta?
You target Syndra and Victor.
I think you beat the aggro
No,
decks.
Syndra and Dio.
Yeah, that's about it, right?
But you definitely win the clashes with the aggro decks and all warriors.
Yeah.
You have a slightly tough time. You have a tough time into wizards and slightly tough time into gravy if you run out of GA. Slightly unfavored into KO perhaps. I would say it's like
I think it's unfavored KO.
I think
The clashes are just so difficult to win.
yeah, I think if you're just targeting these two aggro decks, then I don't know, it's just not a good hero right now.
Yeah, I Guardian's just not eating good.
Yeah. I would go so far as to put it in C tier.
Oh, C is quite low, but I can't.
But if you look at the heroes in B though, it can be the heroes in B.
If you had to choose a Guardian, like between Victor, Yao, I guess people will play Victor. Yeah, okay, I mean, sure, B tier is fine.
Okay, B.
Okay, B. Alright, we'll put him next to Yao for fun.
For fun.
Alright, Vincent.
Oh.
This one I don't really have a lot of experience. I played into a lot of Vincents. I know that they have disruption, they can play really good 2-card hands if they set up the rune chance. They can even try and fatigue Dio. But sometimes they just die.
Vizet has the problem similar to Leviathan where you kind of like lose to yourself, or if you don't set up like a double rune gate sort of turn to overwhelm your opponent or constant disruption, they will just fatigue you because you run out of relevant attacks or you just blood that.
Yeah.
I think Vincent probably has like it's what you mentioned, like you really need to understand your deck when you're fighting any of these slower decks in general because they can always pivot to being fatigued.
Yes.
When they see you using up all your enablers for the big turns as well, they can just go, okay, I'm not doing anything anymore, you're gonna die.
Yeah. They just wait for you to die.
Because you have
They just block out.
games,
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of Vincent. To me, he's a C tier hero. In this meta, I think it's kind of C tier as well.
I think
if yeah.
Okay. Alright, that's it. 38 heroes, I think. And any objections? Final, maybe Max needs to go up to C tier.
No, no copium.
I think he stays there for now.
Yeah, I think maybe the biggest arguments for me, Gravy and Verdance could be pushed up to S tier, either or both. I think these two are just really strong, pushing the A tier. But yeah, to me, undisputed. If you're good at Syndra, if you're good at Kano, bring it to the ProQuest. I think you have a good chance of winning it.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So leave your comments down below. Let us know what you think of our first ever tier list. And we'll see how our predictions come. We'll do another video after the whole ProQuest season. Hopefully by then we'll all have PTIs, not just Keith. And yeah, let us know if you get your PTI, how you got it, which hero you got it on. And thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.
All the best of luck.
Yeah, bye-bye.